Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lukenessmonster. Today we got some super exciting StarWars BlackSeries factory leaks to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. First up for factory leaks, we do have this other angle of the brand new Palpatine head, and it looks like the same Palpatine head but just from a different angle, so it's not like this is an alternate head sculpt or anything for it. Still fingers crossed that we'll get the alternate plain Senator Palpatine, or I guess Chancellor Palpatine head sculpt, but at this point we haven't seen any leaks for it, so this one might just end up being the only head sculpt that comes with the figure. But as soon as we get any more information on it, I'll let you guys know. But this is just like an alternate angle of that head sculpt we've already seen several times before. We've also gotten the brand new Moff Gideon head sculpt leaked. I think this is finally the last piece we needed, because now we have the entire Moff Gideon figure leaked. We've had the chest, the crotch piece, the legs, the arms, the helmet, now the head, even the jetpack. We've pretty much had every single part of this Moff Gideon figure leaked now, so we got to know this one is right around the corner. I'm sure it'll get revealed here. I'm guessing before Star Wars Celebration, but we'll have to wait and see, so obviously I'll let you guys know as soon as we find out some more information on it. But I think the head sculpt here looks great, and I do think that this one and the Praetorian Guard are going to be revealed very, very soon. So really happy about both of these guys, and I'm just ready to see the finished product, that's for sure. We also did get the Phase 1 Rex's Pauldron leaked. Now, this one did leak like 2 or 3 days right before the figure was actually revealed, so we do have official photos of the figure now, so this one isn't too surprising. About a week ago, it would have been great news, but unfortunately, I didn't have a ton of other stuff and leaks to go with this video, so I didn't want to put out just a video talking about this one single leak, so, you know, that makes sense. But I think the Pauldron here looks great, especially on the finished figure, and that was like the last piece of the figure besides the helmet that we hadn't seen leaked yet, and a lot of people were wondering what the Pauldron was going to look like, and I think the Pauldron turned out great. I think the paint apps on the finished product look amazing, and I do think that this is one really good looking Captain Rex figure, so I'm pretty happy with this one. There have been a lot of leaked parts for a possible brand new Sandtrooper coming to the line. There is this photo with a bunch of helmets. There's like Phase 1 clones, Phase 2 clones, and the majority of them are Stormtroopers, so Stormtroopers are pretty commonly released here in the line. We get a new Stormtrooper probably 2 or 3 times a year, and so, you know, just the helmet alone, it's not really surprising. It would make sense that they get leaked just with the amount of Stormtroopers they release into the line. It's kind of crazy, so this one doesn't mean a whole lot with just the helmets here, but it's these other accessories to go with it that really show a possible new Sandtrooper coming. First up here is the Sandtrooper Blaster. We've seen this one a bunch of times. It came out with the original Sandtrooper, and I believe this is still the exact same mold that we've gotten a bunch of times already in the line. So this one, it's nothing new, but it is evidence pointing towards the release of a Sandtrooper, as well as, of course, a Pauldron here. This is a Sandtrooper Pauldron. I'm not sure if it's a new sculpt for a Pauldron or if it's one we've already gotten before in the line. We've seen Pauldrons on our Stormtroopers before, especially on the 2020 body, and so I don't think this is like a brand new Pauldron. We've already seen Pauldrons on the 2020 body before, so I'm sure it's just reusing one of those previous Pauldrons we've already gotten in the line. But the addition of all 3 of these in the line does point some pretty good evidence to there being a new Sandtrooper coming to the line, or at least a new Stormtrooper with the Pauldron. We don't know if it's going to be a Sandtrooper specifically, but this is a pretty good sign of it, and I'm pretty happy about it. I love the Stormtrooper mold that we already have in the line, and I'll get pretty much any Stormtrooper they release, so whether this is a Sandtrooper or not, I'm excited for this one, and I'm definitely going to pick it up. We've also gotten some new images of the TIE Avenger pilot helmet that I guess Cassie Andor is supposed to be wearing in Season 2. We've already seen leaked sculpts for this helmet before, so the mold itself is not new, but the original leaks that we did get, they were like a pretty matte finish on them, and these seem to be a more advanced prototype where it's got that kind of glossier finish to the figure that we're actually going to see on the final release. So it does seem like this figure is in a whole lot later of a production stage, and so maybe this one will get revealed a little bit sooner than a lot of us are expecting, but I do love the glossy finish on this helmet. I'm really excited to see what the final figure looks like, so really happy about this one. Next up in the news, this bit is a little complicated, but it's really interesting, so I did want to cover it here on the channel. But after the live stream on Wednesday, Yakface actually did post this image alluding to there being a new Night Sister or like Great Mother figure. Because on the right side of the artwork for Captain Rex, on the side of the Captain Rex box, there is pretty much this part of like a dress or a cloak that you can pretty clearly see here on the side of the box. And so Yakface was alluding to this figure possibly being a Night Sister or the Great Mother figure from the Ahsoka series, which is pretty exciting. But then Yakface did post this image on Instagram with the caption, "I may have been wrong in my initial assessment regarding the Night Sister being next to Rex. If that's the case, and Mercenary Shin number 14 is next to Rex, which is number 16, then Hasbro skipped number 15 in the box assortments. I guess the Night Sister fits in somewhere else." And there's a whole lot to unpack in this post. For starters, the Shin Hot Tea here lines up pretty well with Rex, specifically when it comes to like the shoulder of the robe, as well as down by like the ankles. The robe lines up very, very well, and it looks like a pretty clear and obvious answer that Shin is the figure next to Rex. But of course, that does bring up the question, Shin Hot Tea Mercenary is number 14, and Clone Captain Rex is number 16, so 15 is just completely missing from this assortment if that is the case, and so I really don't think that is the case. If you look at how the boxes line up here, I think the cloak fits pretty perfectly, but if you look at some of the other aspects on the box, the artworks don't match up. For starters, the lightsaber doesn't go onto the Captain Rex box. It starts on Shin Hot Teas, but as soon as it meets the Rex box, it completely stops. There's no lightsaber on Rex's box, which is a big indicator that this one does not line up. And then the most obvious reason why these two figures aren't next to each other is the top of the box art, where it's kind of like the background artwork just kind of behind the characters. Shin Hot Teas and Captain Rex's are nowhere near alike. The two figures do not line up whatsoever when it comes to just the background artwork here. Normally the artwork lines up all the way through, even if like the things a part of the artwork, they don't make sense to be next to each other, but the artwork still line up, and these just don't line up whatsoever. So I do think Yakface is right, and there is a number 15 figure in between these two, and it is probably going to be some kind of Night Sister or Great Mother figure, and I think that's pretty cool, so I have to wait and see, but I do think that there is a mystery figure in here, and it doesn't go from 14 to 16. If you guys made it this far into the video, I want to tell you about our membership giveaways for the month of January. For our standard members, we're giving away this BlackSeries Bad Batch Echo figure, and for our premium members, we're giving away this Gree and Yoda 2-pack. If you do want a chance to win either of these figures, consider hitting that join button down below and becoming a channel member, because anybody who joins during the month of January will automatically be entered to win. But yeah, that is actually all of the news that we do have for today, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to know what you guys have to think about all this stuff, so let me know down in the comments your thoughts on all of these factory leaks, as well as the missing number 15 figure in the Ahsoka line. Do you think it's real? Do you think it's actually just mercenary to Rex and Hasbro made a mistake? Let me know down in the comments, because I'd love to know what you guys have to think. But that's going to do it for this video, so if you did enjoy, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.